So my first question is about Buddhism itself. And you wrote a blog, which you also have, called Teachings, No Brands, in which you write about Buddhism. What is done here has little to do with religion, even less to do with spirituality, whatever this means, and does not rely on any particular lineage or brand of Buddhism. It's not even about Buddhism, it is about all the rest. And my question is, what did you mean with all the rest?
Well, okay. Thanks for picking that up. So, of course, Buddhism is a complex phenomenon, and it's also some kind of buzzword. You have Buddha's heads in living rooms, watching to you from windows when you walk the street, or in restaurants and so forth. You can have all sorts of Buddhist meditations around. And of course, historically speaking, Buddhism has been a religion worldwide, a world religion. So we all know about this. So the little fragment I'm interested in is the very beginnings of this tradition, where there was a guy somewhere in Northeast India, some 25 centuries ago, who was interested not really in Buddhism, but in awakening. So, and I mean, of course, he taught this thing he was interested in to other people, and they seem to have picked that up and remembered what he was saying. So at some point, this lore of knowledge has been transmitted, and this is more or less what I've been studying during the course, so-called the discourses of the Buddha, so at least for what we can reconstruct. And the fact is that there is not much emphasis about establishing a certain religious cult or all the things that go with religions, so authority structures and values, practices, and so forth, but really a very straightforward interest for how do we live in the world, how can we change that, and do we live in the best possible way, could you improve on that? And there are some recipes or some directions in that respect, which are very counterintuitive. And even if it's coming from a very different culture, from very different period and so forth, it seems still applicable to what we're running in terms of problems we have to face and so forth. So I'm interested in this sort of challenge, putting in bracket more or less all the rest that has been emerging from the Buddhist tradition later on, which might be very interesting. It's just not exactly my focus.
So you are focused more on the practical implications of like the fundamental texts.
Yes.